Hi, this is Senator Matt Schmit. I'm glad to be joining you here today. Wanted to touch base and update you on what's been happening here in St. Paul at the Capitol. I got to tell you, it's the fastest 3.5 months of my life here. We're more than 2/3 of the way through the 2013 legislative session, and I've been staying quite busy. Some of the advice they gave to freshman legislators is to be quiet, don't do anything too controversial, and listen. And I've listened plenty, but instead of tapping my toe in the shallow end, I've done a cannonball into the deep end here, and we've had some really good hearings on a number of great issues that I find very interesting and important to southeastern Minnesota. And one of them is the Silica Sand issue, and we've heard a policy bill, actually a couple of them, in the Environment and Energy Committee, in the State and Local Committee, and also we've heard it out in the Finance Division recently. And I think we've had a great dialogue, and a number of different ideas have come to the fore. And right now, we're at the point where we're trying to put together a package deal that's going to address a number of concerns for local decision makers, for concerned citizens down in southeastern Minnesota. And the idea is to really bring together expertise at the state agency level and empower local decision makers to make good decisions and get silica sand mining right in Minnesota. And I really look forward to those hearings coming up and to putting together a package that's going to address the concerns that I've shared with a number of my colleagues up here in St. Paul. Another issue that I've spent a lot of time on here is broadband development. And I really view broadband as an essential 21st century infrastructure. Much like in the 19th century we had the Intercontinental Railroad, and in the 20th century we had the interstate highway system. In the 21st century, broadband and high-speed internet is really going to bring commerce and ideas together from all corners of the country and all corners of the state. And I think it's a great equalizer. It levels the playing field for economic opportunity in rural Minnesota and in the metro. And where you have investments in high-speed internet, you have opportunity. And I think you could have a family or a small business have the same sorts of options and opportunities in rural Minnesota that you have in the biggest cities in the world. And that really gives us, I guess, great hope that we can address the brain drain and that we can push forward rural economic development in all corners of the state. Some of the things that I'm proposing in my my broadband bill include the creation of an Office of Broadband Development. And I really believe in this world what gets measured gets done, and if you're paying attention to the progress you're making and heeding where you have gaps and shortcomings, that gives you an opportunity to address those. And so that's what the Office of Broadband Development is intended to do, is to really take a look at our landscape in Minnesota and see where things are working and where we can do better, and try to establish some paths forward for investing in broadband throughout the state and really giving folks in rural Minnesota in particular more economic and I guess community opportunities. So those are two big bills I've been working on, and this week I was very heartened to see the education finance bill come out with priorities in investing in schools throughout Minnesota. I think it offers great opportunity for our greater Minnesota school districts that have been struggling in particular over the last 10 years. And it's sad to see the lack of investment we've made in education. Over 10 years we haven't kept up with inflation, and I think that the bill that the Senate has put forward this week is a step in the right direction, strengthening our schools, providing some property tax relief, and it's going to go a long ways, I think, in getting Minnesota back on track. We have a history in Minnesota of really investing in education, of setting the standard for the rest of the country, and we got to get back to the basics here and really strengthen our rural schools and give students throughout the state the opportunities they deserve. So those are a couple updates on a couple of big issues that I've been working on, and I look forward to working hard here the remaining weeks of session. And if you ever have any concerns, please feel free to give my office a call. And if you happen to be in St. Paul, never hesitate to stop by and say hello. So thank you.